I saw a clip where you're talking about why you got into it, saying that you enjoy doing the
Yeah.
planning and the thing. I thought it was really interesting to hear that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, there's a sacrifice to anything. I really enjoyed the process of looking at a property and saying it's got good bones. What
Seeing
can
the
we do?
potential.
Yeah, seeing the potential. What can we do to improve it? And it helped me definitely in our real estate practice by being able to guide clients who had the same sort of vision of, people would walk into a property, oh, this is definitely not for me. And I'd say, well, hold on a minute. What if we were to like take this wall out, move this, maybe you can do a little extension off the back here, work it into the budget, and
So because you've done quite a few, I think, in the past, over the years.
yeah, well, I've been in real estate for 24 years. I've done 9 different projects.
Hey.
And what I always tell people and what I've always done is what I've always believed in strategically when you're doing this is the money is made on the purchase. You got to buy smart. But
When you look at the market, or when you guys look at the market for 2025, 2026, there's been a lot of movements, a lot of changes since we last got together. The policies, the mortgage stuff, the elections. Is it tangible? Like,
definitely
yeah.
tangible. I'd say in the last 2 months, we've seen a major uptick in the market. It's really started to heat up. When I was talking about this a month ago, it was under 1 million is hot, red hot seller's market. Now, looking at the stats this morning, October, you started to really see movement between 1 and 1.5.
So it's going up.
It's going up.
Yeah.
So and even I looked over 1.5, into 2 and 2.5, and we got twice as many sales in the West Island in that higher value range than we did in October last year. So where's it heading? It's heading in that direction.
Because even that 1 million to 1.5 last year, Sean was telling me it was, it was 10 months of inventory. So buyer's market. This year, 4. So it's switched right to a seller's market again, and we're seeing it. Like,
and your clients, your prospects, or the people you're in your database, are some of them saying, now is the time, we're ready, or we feel more comfortable about the forecast?
Yeah, I'm working probably with 6 buyers right now, which that's unusual. Usually it's, for me, 2 or 3 at a time, and now I've got 6 or 7 that are actively looking right now. And in the fall, like here we are, into November.
Serious buyers in the fall.
Traditionally, we start seeing a slowdown around mid-November.
Yeah.
We're not there, but we're inching away at it.
We've seen on the seller side, we're seeing a lot of activity. So sellers that are on the market now are benefiting from serious buyers, and a lot of them are out there now. And I think a lot of buyers are savvy enough to realize it might be a good time to get in now, because in the spring, prices are probably going to go up even further.
You're going to be competing.
And sellers, a lot of them are, if they can move quickly, because a lot of buyers that are looking now want to get in the house within 30 or 60 days. So if a seller can move quickly, they might want to take the option, and some of them are. Let's list it now to benefit from the strong market. Other ones are saying, let's get prepared now. Let's take the pictures. Let's get everything ready. And in January, boom, because I think it's going to be a strong early spring market. And by spring, like second week of January after the holidays, boom, I think it's going to be very, very active.
Well, that's encouraging. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Now let's look at this beautiful property.
Sure. So we're in Baie-D'Urfé, where I live. Probably my favorite community. You and I were just talking about that. You used to live here.
Love Baie-D'Urfé. If I find the right house, and if you guys
come
find me the right house, I'm coming back for sure.
What do I love about living in this town? It's a small town feel, yet you're on the island and you're quick access to the highways. You're in between the 20 and the 40. You got St. Anne's Village that for us, I live around the corner, is walking distance. There's a real nice community feel. Like when I moved onto my street, all of my neighbors came over and introduced themselves and brought housewarming gifts and we had the baby, brought presents for the baby's first birthday. Like, I didn't have that.
No.
Sorry to say, in Beaconsfield. I had nice neighbors, but it wasn't the same kind of small town feel that I've come to realize is so nice about Baie-D'Urfé. And then I love that it's all big lots. Like your standard lot here is 15,000 square feet, and they go up from there.
Yeah.
And it's so nice with the trees. Like they've been very intentional about keeping the tree canopy. So there's a ton of big mature trees, lots of green spaces, huge waterfront parks that are for the citizens to enjoy. So it's just a great community.
It's like living in the country with
the
amenities that are close by.
And
awesome schools. There's a big German community. The German school here, Alexander von Humboldt, is very popular. It's subsidized. One of the best schools. It's a private school that's subsidized by the German government. So people who are of a German background or want their kids to learn German, That's a big draw in Baie-D'Urfé. And then we've got Joseph Enrico, which your
that
kids
school.
went there.
They went there for...
Great French primary school.
Have you attended Baie-D'Urfé days?
Absolutely.
Are they still doing that at Fitzpatrick?
Awesome.
That's great.
Amazing. All through town. Parade going through town. All the community
pool.
gets involved.
Community
Members at the pool. We sponsor the local pool.
tennis.
Yeah.
Everything. It's really
The hop, skip, and jump is one of our favorite spots ever. Is the Morgan Arboretum. So that's close by. We've been members there for 45.
You can take your
45
bike.
years.
You can go.
Take your dog.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you're
So
right.
then on to the house. We're on Somerset, which is a nice quiet street. The only people coming up and down here are people generally that live on this section of the street. We're not too far from the lake. And this property is basically completely extended and rebuilt last year. So it's like a new house. It was a small little starter bungalow. So a couple of ideas here were to extend it and make it into a more of a executive size bungalow. So that's what they did. That was the concept behind it, to appeal to that downsize market. People whose kids have left home, empty nesters. They're really looking for one level living, and there are very few of these large bungalows with 2-car garages on the West Island, so in great locations. So that was the project here.
And I see even the landscaping, everything was done.
Everything's
There's nothing
done.
left to do.
Irrigation, driveway, grass, full house permanent generator. Generac was installed. You've got the stone's beautiful. I think it goes very well with the whole curb appeal of the house. And
Let's go check it out.
yeah, we'll show you inside. All right, come on in. It's got that new house smell.
I like that. I was just gonna say, I love that smell.
So they did very open concept. You've got the gas fireplace. It's a little park in behind, and it doesn't have lit up sports fields at night. So I think great for empty nesters who have adult kids, maybe grandkids. The park's right behind. And you've got a big lot. It's, I think it's around just under 17,000 square feet. As I said, full irrigation system. It's got a the new style septic system, the BioNest. So that doesn't take up a weeping field in the backyard, so you can do a pool there easily if you wanted. I love the high ceilings, new wood floors. The kitchen's got a walk-in pantry. There's an induction cooktop. It's kind of got like a modern feel, the way they did the design here with the quartz countertops. I think it's really nice. And then this house has got 2 full bedrooms on this upper level. And an office. And then there's another full bedroom and bathroom in the basement. There are 2 full bathrooms up on this level and a powder room. Yeah, so this is the office. They did it that way because then you've got your desk, you can still
A little bit more light.
look outside. I thought it was kind of cool. And then you come down here, you've got the guest bedroom or second bedroom with its own ensuite bathroom. So this is the primary suite. You've got a big bedroom with a sitting area, full walk-in closet with all the built-in cabinetry, lots of windows. There's a ton of natural light here. And then this ensuite bathroom is amazing. Nice big double vanity. You got a heated floor. So the house is 1,800 square feet upstairs and pretty close to that being a bungalow in the basement, so huge basement. This part's the new section of the basement.
Okay.
So you got 8-foot ceilings here, which is really nice big windows. And then as you come down the hallway here, again, this is all the new section. There's a laundry room set up here, so if you wanted to move the laundry into the basement instead of the main floor, it's there, it's done for you. Then you've got a full bathroom down here and a guest bedroom. This you're coming into the original basement, the original bungalow. Which of course was completely stripped, and as I said, new French drain and membrane done.
Oh.
But it's it's massive.
So that's a nice.
Yeah, we
nice
thought
big room.
people with grandkids could set up a playroom down here for the grandkids.
Movie theater.
Pool tables.
Yeah.
Bowling
Games
alley.
room. So you can see here, Etienne, this is the original foundation, right? So there's sections of the old house along here in these back walls, and then the other section's all new. And then there's a big mechanical room over to my left here with electric furnace, air exchanger, heat pump, and tons of storage.
So what's the competition looking like? Someone looking for this type of property. Is there anything else on the market right now?
There's some communities in Ontario where you have these bungalows that are semi-detached. Was that a project? Actually, there's one on Whitlock Golf Course. Back on the golf course that has these small semi-detached bungalows. Like, it's a kind of cool concept.
Yeah.
The problem with bungalows from an economic standpoint is they're so expensive to build because you've got to pour a huge foundation. And for builders who want to build and resell, it makes more sense to do two-story.
And wouldn't you say that the buyer for this type of home is probably not somebody who's actively out there searching? They're just sort of they see it comes. So it's going to take them a little while to, you know, get prepared and
they probably haven't got their home ready to sell yet. This one comes up and they go, oh yeah, I've always wanted a bungalow. So they'll come look at it, and then they've got to deal with the whole moving from one house to another.
People who are planning 5 to 7 years down the road and saying, well, what should I be doing with my home now to get it ready for when I am ready to go, right? And then get educated on the market too. What is available out there? If it's a year away, well, now is the time to start, you know, looking around and seeing what's available out there and get prepared so that when something like this does come on the market,
they're ready.
You're ready to go.
It's really going to appeal to somebody who says, I'm not ready for a condo. I still want to be in a
sure.
house, but I just want a different style of living.
It's quiet.
Quiet.
No, that park is never full. Like I remember coming with my kids, it was
there's never more than a couple of kids playing. They don't have baseball leagues playing in that little baseball diamond anymore either. So this park's actually it's on the agenda to get updated by the town. So I think they're going to put some money and renovate this park a little bit. I think they're going to remove the baseball.
Oh, that's too bad.
And
I like the baseball.
I like baseball too.
You don't see that anymore anywhere. You know what I mean?
I know. Kirkland's
got some big ones. Yeah.
We're building out a separate sort of website for our homeowners advisory club, which has been going very well for us. You know, offering that kind of value and advice to the community and to our clients. So we're working on that. We're working on a new website for us, for the team, for our real estate practice. So always lots going on.
Because no one's doing that, as far as I'm concerned, in the markets that I know. I haven't seen any.
Well, I think our philosophy's always been, if you lead with value, right, and with no expectation of a transaction, you're actually trying to create a tribe of like-minded people, right? People that appreciate that advice, that coaching, if you will, and you know, there's no pressure to buy or sell in any specific
But how do you
period
get
of time.
past that point so that they hear and listen that, okay, they're not trying to sell me anything.
I think it's about listening and it's the mindset of, if you're thinking of yourself, you're in the wrong frame of mind. If you're thinking about from a standpoint of curiosity, I want to find out more about this person. I want to understand who they are. What are their hopes, dreams? What's their occupation, their family?
I think the way we've approached is more that we're creating the content around it and being authentic with that. And we're not really going and knocking on people's doors. So they're coming to us. Right. So I think that's the key. People that are coming to us are people that are kind of like-minded. They're kind of have the same kind of mindset. They're realizing that, hey, these guys are speaking about things that a little bit differently, and I'd like to learn more. And then they have a conversation with us, and inevitably, some people get turned off, and that's fine. Then it's not for them. But I'd say 75% of the people we meet and discuss this with really say, hey, that's really interesting and valuable.
And
I'd like to learn more.
Said it well. You attract like-minded individuals. So in the end, when they do become a potential client or when they have the need for the service, it's much more fun to work
I think we're also adding value in so much more than just a transaction of buying or selling. It's anything they could possibly need. And we say this to clients after they've bought a house. And we say, listen, this relationship doesn't end here. You know, you can come to me for anything at all, anything you need. And we're constantly reaching out. Do you need advice for designers, cleaners?
Offering that value without any expectation back.
So that directory of trusted service providers, people that we've worked with personally, that our clients have already worked with, and we're developing relationships with these other small business owners in our community. So we're sitting down with these guys and we're saying, let's work together. Let's mastermind and help each other grow our businesses. And then it becomes, we're just referring really good clients and good tradespeople to
It's
each other.
win-win. It's a win-win approach.
Yeah, they see the value of it right away. So they see the type of referrals that they're getting from us, and then we're seeing it as well in the response time from these people that we're referring to our clients. Our clients are blown away, going, "I can't believe this guy called me like less than 12 hours after you gave me his number," and so that really just, it's a snowball effect that engenders trust.
Yeah, and I think taking the philosophy of having a client retention program, I think very few brokers, they're out chasing new leads, they're out chasing new business. There is gold in your sphere of influence and in your database, your current database. The guy you sold the house to 5 years ago, how many times have you talked to him in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
In a non-salesy way.
We were talking about leading with value.
Right.
Do you need any help?
How's the family?
Can we offer you anything? Do you need a plumber? Do you need an electrician? Like just checking in. Are you curious on what the value of your house is? Would you like an updated market analysis? This kind of stuff. I think that should be number one on any broker's list before you start going out to chase leads and all this kind of stuff. It's take care of your people, lead with value. Don't expect anything in return.
I noticed that to get to that point though, you have to have been able to take care of your immediate needs in a financial way, meaning you have to get to a certain point of success in order to,
yes,
I mean, it's not impossible, but
the road to that success, in my opinion, is it starts with the first client you deal with. If you treat that client with white gloves, absolute amazing service, they are going to be your ambassador. They're going to tell their friends about you. They're going to tell their colleagues about you.
they can't stop just there.
And then you sell them that house in 5 years, they become a seller. And then year one, you start in the business, you treat 2 or 3 buyers that you manage to work with, and you treat them that well. That's where the business starts to snowball. It's focus on the service, taking care of people, and the business takes care of itself. That's been our philosophy. It's worked very well. That's been the secret really to our success.
We were just talking about this today in our team meeting, right? About having a mindset of abundance versus scarcity. And that's extremely hard to do. Especially when you're new and you're like, I just need a transaction. I need to pay my bills this month.
Your mortgage, your car payments.
We get
that energy comes across. And when you're thinking about it from the perspective, how can I help this person, right? Rather than how can I get this transaction closed?
100%.
It changes the game completely. And again, Melissa on our team was talking about, she did a buyer consultation meeting with a client and went through and explained, like, this is how we work together, right? And
this is the value we bring.
The value we bring. And
this is how we're compensated. The whole process. We have a very detailed process on how we coach our clients through. This is what it looks like to work with our team, right? And
at the end of the day, when the client said, "Well, I'm not really comfortable signing a contract. Can we just sort of
look at a few
houses together?" Because they already had their list of homes that they wanted to go. Right away, that alarm bell went off in her head saying, this is probably not the type of ideal client that I'd want to be working with. And she had the courage to sort of say, well, that's great. We should probably part ways. And she sort of felt, ooh, I didn't like losing that, but we looked at it, and then she says, no, it wasn't really a loss. It was actually a win. Because imagine how much time I'd saved myself.
But that's hard. That's what I mean.
It's very hard.
Very hard. Yeah. I'm a slow learner. But it took me a decade to figure that out. So many clients I ran around with and just wasted my time, and I knew they were just looking to use me to get what they wanted, and they didn't really value what I brought to the relationship. And my mistake for not communicating it effectively. But that is really, I think, real estate 2.0, 2024, 2025. This is what you have to do. You have to be coming from
giving.
You have to be advising people, and they in turn realize that you're coming from a place of abundance, not scarcity, as Scott mentioned, and you come with a certain confidence. And it's like, we explain to clients, like, we're not going to be a fit for everybody. We may have a meeting together and we may decide you're not the right client for us. And when they hear that, they're like, wow, there's a different level of respect, I think, that clients
100%. And I think
for you as a salesperson.
Long term, you have more fun, you enjoy more what you do.
Absolutely.
By going down that road.
When you're working with people that you actually enjoy and that
Yeah.
respect what you do and you respect them and they're listening to you and taking your advice.
It doesn't feel like a job.
No,
Oh my
so much
God,
fun.
no.
So much fun.
Exactly.
And then, and then going back and taking care of those past clients, that's where
The
that
nurturing.
nurture, but it translates into so much more repeat and referral business. And I think if you can sort of hit that sweet spot with your clients, and if you're new, it can be just your sphere of influence, like just offering to help people. Look through your contact database.
Just going on Facebook and seeing what people are doing, like what's in their daily lives, like what milestones are happening, like important events in their lives.
Yeah.
You can see that on Facebook, and you're calling up and saying, hey, I noticed you went on vacation. How was it? I noticed your son just
Well, without
graduated."
expecting anything in return.
No, just
It's like-
genuinely just developing relationships. It's a relationship business, right? So
Well, I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today and showing us this beautiful home. I know you have a bunch of other homes to show in inventory. Where can we go see that? On your
yeah,
website?
website BrodyWindsor.com. And all our videos are linked there, so you can do
YouTube.
property tours. Our YouTube channel.
And if we
Living in
want,
Montreal.
someone's watching, wants to be on that, what do you call it? The advisory?
The homeowner advisory.
Homeowner advisory.
You can sign up
club.
right on our website.
Sign up on the website, get the information.
Yep.
Get
like-
to be in the network.
That's right.
That's it. They'll get access to the directory of service providers, local service providers. They'll have access to our private Facebook group where we have conversations with a lot of these people, like either service providers or other members, and then our podcast is a great resource as well. Which
Yeah,
Sean-
check it out. YouTube
Yeah.
and all,
Yep.
all the different social media platforms.
Yeah.
We'll have it up in the description.
Awesome.
Cool.